Module 3, Section 2, MySQL Alter Table, Modify Column. So in Section 1, we learn how to add new columns in a table, and as per the requirement, we have added new columns into the AMP info table. So the new structure of the table is we have employee code new as a new column, and we have added department and designation, and we have added age and mobile uh, number in the amp info table as schema. Now our manager suggested few changes in the requirement which we did in the section 1. Those changes are: amp code should come after amp number. We have added the amp code at the first position, so it should come after amp number. And the designation column width should be 15 characters, so it's varchar, it should be of varchar 15 instead of varchar 10. And amp number should be not null. Currently we can store null as amp number entry, and we can store keep amp number as blank, but now our manager wants that this should not be null. The, while we entering, the amp number should be enter in for each row. So these changes we need to do. So for that, what we can do, we can take the help of modify column command in SQL with along with alter table commands. So the syntax of modify column is alter table, then table name, modify column name, and call new column definition. And here we can give the position. This is optional. If there is a change in position, then we can give position over here. And similarly, like we did with multiple columns, with modify also we can give multiple column. So only thing is, if we want to do changes in more than one column, so we need to give modify keyword as many times. If you want to do changes in two columns, then we specify modify keyword two times, like we did here. Here, so this is how we can modify our column or our schema of a table. So let's do for these current requirements. So my uh, current requirement is amp code should come after amp number. So I can write the command like this. Here I can write the command like this: alter table table name is amp info. Now I want to modify which column. I want to modify column amp code, and I want to modify amp code. What changes I want to do? The column definition is varchar 5, and I want to change its position to um, position after amp number. So its position should be after amp number, right? So this is the change I want to do for this first requirement, as part of first requirement. And the second change is change designation from varchar 10 to varchar 15. So I'm copying this again, and this time I need to change the designation field. So here the column name should be designation, and its data type should be varchar 15. Okay, and there is no change in position, so it will come as it is, semicolon. Right here also semicolon. Now third requirement is amp number should not be null. So this is the third requirement. So here I can again copy this command, and here this time we need to make changes for amp number column. So I am changing amp number column, and its data type, what is its data type is int. So it will be as it is. Just some mistake. Okay, its data type should be int, and it should not be null. So here I will give not null. Okay, it should not allow null values. Once I add this, it won't allow null value. So these I have fulfilled all these three requirements and written the query for these. Let's run this query in SQL Workbench. So I am opening the new tab for this, and let's do copy paste these query one by one. First is this. So before executing this alter table command, it is good practice that we check the existing schema of the table so that we can check using describe command. Describe amp info. So it's good practice to check the existing schema of the table for which we are going to do the changes. So this is the existing schema, and currently this amp number is code is coming here. Amp code is coming first. It should be come after amp number. So I'm executing this query. Let's see, it's executed successfully. Good. Now again check the schema. See, amp code move after amp number. So we have achieved the first requirement, we first task. Then second is we need to change designation to varchar 15. We need to increase column width. Okay, so this also we can do using modify command. Okay, so currently as you can see here in the result set, the designation field have width of varchar 10, and after executing this query it should become 15. So let's check the again. So yeah, it's get changed to varchar 15. So we have successfully achieved the second task as well. Now third query is we need to add constraint for amp number field, that it should not allow null value. So we are using not null keyword over here, and again I am doing it. Let's run this query. Currently you can see for all the column it's showing in for null constant showing as yes, yes, yes. So we can change it. Let's, and we are adding not null for the column amp number. So let's execute this. So it's the invalid use of null value, int not null. Okay, it might be because we already have some null values. So why it's giving the error? So let's check this table first. Select star from m underscore info. Yes, so as you can see there is one record with null value. So if I add not null constant, so this will be violated. So let us first delete this record. Okay, delete record, delete star from, delete from m info, where state for it is Chennai, state equal to Chennai, Chenai, right. Let's execute this. After this record is deleted. So let's check whether now there is no record with null entry. So now let's execute this query. Alter table amp info, modify amp number int not null. Okay, let's run this. Yes, so this time it is successfully not null constraint is added. So earlier it was not added because there is some blank entry, and there is some entry where amp number is null. Okay, so let's check this. Let's check the schema again. Yeah, so now you can see for amp number null is known. That means we can't leave it empty. We should enter some value for amp number over here. So we have achieved all the tasks. So this is all about this section. So in this section basically we learn how to modify a column using various ways, multiple columns and using single column. So you practice it, and in the next section we will be learning how to rename the table, how to change the name of a column. Okay, so in next section we will be learning change column and rename table. Thank you. Bye bye.